Good morning, friends. Welcome back to another Documenting History. We're starting off the week Monday the 13th, 2024. I know this is not the most exciting video, the most entertaining, but I feel it's necessary to record history. So if you're just landed on this video, I commute to work Monday through Friday, listening to 1010 Wins in the New York Metropolitan area, and I listen to the news while I do so. I've since started recording and uploading the broadcast so that we record the vintage news broadcasts of the day. Only a snippet though. We just get like 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the morning. I'm a little bit nasally, so I apologize, but let's get you right into the news. Around this time, it's 7:17, so you'll probably start off with a couple of commercials and then the 7:20 headlines. So let's get it.
Swastikas and photos of the Twin Towers burning on 9/11. They say at least one woman was arrested in Dublin. So far, no word of anybody acting up on our side of the portal, which is set to remain in place until November. Hey, some new research could have us rethinking plastic. Researchers at the University of California, San Diego, and materials company Algenesis say they have found a way to make a bio-based plastic that could compost and break down in the natural environment. They say it's with an algae-based material that can biodegrade past the microplastic level in under 7 months. You can read more in the journal Scientific Reports. Now this message: save on replacement windows now. Go to windowrama.com.
Son, let me tell you about the summer of $9.99.
Is he ready?
What's happening here?
There was a time you could get so much for $9.99.
Complete dining sets for just $9.99.
4-piece bedroom sets for just $9.99.
Oh, remember those outdoor sets? Feels like the summer of $9.99 was just yesterday.
It's actually today, and all summer long at Bob's Discount Furniture.
They do this all the time.
Oh my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Wins News Time 7:18. Good morning. It's Susan Richard with an important message for you. If you were below Canal Street on 9/11 or in the 8 months that followed, you really need to contact Barish and McGarry at 911awards.com. Why? Well, you may be eligible for a financial award. Yeah, money from the 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund, as well as free health care for life. And while these two government programs are absolutely for first responders, no question about that, they're also for many, many others. We're talking 300,000 downtown office workers, 25,000 downtown residents, 50,000 students and teachers. So let's be perfectly clear, you are not taking money away from anyone else. Also, you want to be aware that while 69 cancers are on the list for compensation, you could apply even if you're currently healthy and no matter your family's medical history. So here's what you do. Let Barish and McGarry help you enroll. Go to 911awards.com. Again, 911awards with an S.com. Barish and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
Baseball is in full swing. NBA playoffs are heating up, and your NFL team is gearing up for training camp. Listen to the latest on the teams you love with the free Odyssey app. The biggest sports radio stations in the country, providing unrivaled local coverage of their teams, all in one place. Exclusive interviews with players, coaches, and team executives, streaming live and always available on demand. Stay in the know with your favorite teams with Odyssey. AUDACY. Download the free Odyssey app today.
1010 Wins at 92.3 FM, moving at the speed of New Yorkers.
All news, all the time.
And these are the 7:20 headlines coming up.
Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. 50 degrees. It is 7:20 on this Monday, May 13th. I'm Susan Richard. Here's what's happening. After Stormy Daniels was on the stand last week, Donald Trump's former fixer turned nemesis up next at the former president's hush money trial. Jury selection begins today in the federal bribery case against New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez. Senator Chuck Schumer calling on the Federal Trade Commission to oppose the merger between Chevron and Hess. The filmmaker known as the King of B movies, Roger Corman, has died at the age of 98. And a racy ad for cookies pulled from a billboard in Times Square. In sports, the Knicks lost their series against the Pacers, now tied at 2 games apiece. Mets and Yanks both won. AccuWeather's good. Sun and clouds today up to 70. Winds News Time 7:21. Traffic and transit. Here's Karen Stewart.
Well, we've got this nasty little delay on the Hutch in the Bronx. Northbound, the deal is north of Westchester Avenue, there's an accident. And we've got 1 lane blocked. This is right off the Whitestone Bridge. Into the Bronx, the bridge is good, but then you're going to get stuck on that northbound Hutch delay to Westchester Avenue, so take the Bronx-bound Throgneck instead. Into Queens, the Queens-bound Whitestone Bridge is very, very slow, but the Throgneck has no delay. So there you go as far as options for the Whitestone Bridge and the Throgneck. Take the Throgneck there to both boroughs, it looks like. Queens, eastbound on the LIE at Francis Lewis, we've got an accident with the left lane blocked. Delays go back to Casino Boulevard there. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The East River, we talked about the Whitestone Bridge. The inbound 59th Street Bridge is busy, but it's not bad. The inbound Queens Midtown has delays on the westbound LIE from back at Greenpoint Avenue and over at the Hudson River. We're looking at 40 minutes now. Inbound side of the Holland Lincoln GW Bridge. Can you take mass transit this morning? That'd be great. And mass transit's on time. Traffic is sponsored by Whole Foods Market. From the Farmers Dog Traffic Center, fresh human-grade dog food delivered right to your door. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Savings are in bloom at Whole Foods Market. Prime members get a 15-stem bunch of tulips for just $9.99 through May 14th. Celebrate Mother's Day with a beautiful bouquet for the best. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply. On the heels of testimony from Stormy Daniels, another star witness on the stand this week in the Donald Trump hush money trial. This is the former president's former fixer.
Michael Cohen is the only witness who can affirmatively link Donald Trump to those 34 allegedly falsified business records. Though he's a convicted liar, he served federal prison time. Look for the defense to say Michael Cohen cannot be trusted.
As Aaron Katursky, prosecutors meantime say they may wrap their presentation of evidence by the end of the week. Also today, jury selection begins in the federal bribery case against Bob Menendez.
Prosecutors are expected to present evidence that the 70-year-old senator and his wife Nadine, who will be tried separately, took bribes in a scheme to help the governments of Egypt and Qatar to fund their lavish lifestyle, while Menendez's attorneys can argue that he thought he was acting for the good of the public. The parameters were laid out by Judge Sidney Stein a week ago for a trial that is expected to last several weeks. Defense attorneys have proposed asking prospective jurors if they have opinions about people from New Jersey, and do they think that because they are from New Jersey that they're more likely to break the law. Marla Diamond, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
The NYPD and the MTA cracking down on ghost cars. In fact, last Wednesday, in just one day of the crackdown, which began in March, 57 vehicles were seized, 19 people arrested, 100 others got summonses. This is part of the joint operation to weed out drivers with either obscured or fake license plates who are trying to avoid paying bridge and tunnel tolls. Officials say the city lost $108 million last year due to ghost cars. The crackdown comes ahead of congestion pricing, which is set to kick in at the end of June. A controlled demolition in Baltimore rescheduled for 5 this afternoon. This is to remove a piece of the Francis Scott Key Bridge that weighs between 8 and 12 million pounds. It is still stuck on the bow of the Dolly, the 1,000-foot cargo ship that, as you know, crashed into the bridge in March, killing 6 people.
They estimate it weighs between 3,000 and 4,000 tons. That's a problem because the strongest crane on the East Coast that's out there that's floating, it can only lift about 1,000 tons. So they need to break that truss into pieces. They'll use explosives to do it. Once that truss is off the Dolly, they can also begin the effort to refloat the ship and get it out of the way. The goal is to have that entire channel leading in and out of the Port of Baltimore reopened by the end of May.
That's correspondent Chris Van Cleve. Just what caused the Dolly to lose power and slam into the bridge is still not clear. 1010 Wins Sports. Game 4 against the Pacers. Definitely not what Knicks fans wanted to see on Sunday.
Yeah, Susan, their only lead in Indiana was 2-0 as Jalen Brunson and company got blown out of the building, 121-89.
We got in the hole early and clearly just didn't get out of it.
Trailing by as many as 43 points, and the Knicks MVP not using his sore foot as an excuse.
I'm fine.
And hopefully he stays fine for tomorrow night's Game 5 at the Garden, which will put the winner up 3-2 in the series. Meantime, the Yankees had 5 home runs in their 10-6 win at Tampa Bay, while the Mets had only 1 home run on WCBS.
Swing and a drive, well hit right center. Back goes Harris onto the track. It's gone. Unbelievable! Brandon Nimmo, who was not supposed to even swing a bat today, has won the game for the Mets. A 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Yeah, they beat the Braves 4-3. Mark Renee, 1010 Win Sports on 92.3 FM.
50 degrees and mostly cloudy, going up to a partly sunny 70. Winds news time 7:26. Bloomberg Money Watch and Steve Potisk.
Advertisers are looking more closely at the internet as TV audiences shrink. Susan, a top executive at Oreo maker Mondelez, tells the Wall Street Journal you have no single show pulling together a big enough audience. So it's spending only about 15% of its ad budget on TV this year. That's down from 42% 3 years ago, with an additional 9% going to streaming. That means more than 3/4 of its ad spending will go elsewhere, such as social media. Starbucks broke the law when it restricted baristas from wearing union shirts and stickers bearing union QR codes in New York, and when it fired a labor organizer in New Orleans. That's according to 2 National Labor Relations Board judges in separate cases, the latest to litigate the company's workplace rules. After Friday's mixed close on Wall Street, S&P futures are pointing higher by about 10 points now. NASDAQ up 58. Dow futures are higher by 44 points. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potisk for 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
Attention patients exposed to urologist Darius.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Documenting History. If you're interested in this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe. You get a daily snippet Monday through Friday of that day's news for historical purposes. There will be times when I don't commute to work that I won't be able, obviously, to record a video. The whole premise is commuting to work, listening to the news while you join me. So you'd be commuting to work with me as I make this left. So yeah, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This way you'll be notified once the new video hits. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you on the next video.